In Across the Spider-Verse, Gwen's father discovers her identity as Spider-Woman when she reveals it to him directly. At first, he reacts strongly against it and even considers arresting her, viewing her as a criminal who has broken the law. Over time though, he comes around and accepts who she is, which turns out to be a major positive step for her because now she has his full support. The same kind of development seems likely for Miles with his parents learning he is Spider-Man. This fits perfectly when you look at how the movie builds up to it through various hints and moments that show his internal struggle. For instance, right at the start in Miles' introduction sequence in Across the Spider-Verse, he pictures what that reveal might look like, and it's played for humor because in his imagination, his parents react with total excitement. They hug him tightly and celebrate the fact that their son is Spider-Man. In reality though, Miles fears the complete opposite outcome. He believes they would not handle it well at all and might reject him entirely if he ever showed them his secret. Another clear sign comes during the rooftop party scene where Miles arrives late, and his parents are upset with him, leading to tension as they argue. When Miles tries to get them to hear him out and explain himself, his father pushes him to speak up about whatever is on his mind, creating this heavy moment of silence where everything hangs in the balance. Miles hesitates and doesn't go through with telling them his identity right then, holding back despite the opportunity.
Say whatever you want to say. What do you got to tell me so bad?
You know what? Never mind.
Then there's the scene just before Miles decides to follow Gwen, when he is alone with his mom and feels that strong urge to reveal he is Spider-Man, but he stops himself and can't bring himself to do it.
I'm sorry I was late.
Later, on Earth 42, he attempts it again by showing his mom there who he really is. That effort fails to land though, because it is not his home universe. Earth 42 has no Spider-Man at all since the spider that bit our Miles came from there and left without anyone else taking up the role. In that world, his father has already died, and the version of Miles from Earth 42 has turned into the Prowler alongside his uncle, who is still alive there. So that version of his mom has no context or recognition for Spider-Man, making the reveal pointless and ineffective.
Is this where, you dress up like your favorite character? For, what's it called? Like Comics Con.
I don't know what that is.
You really have me going there. Spider-Man. Imagínate.
All these instances throughout Across the Spider-Verse demonstrate Miles repeatedly wanting to share his secret identity but pulling back each time due to fear or bad timing. It all points logically toward him finally doing it for real in Beyond the Spider-Verse, or at least facing a variation of that pivotal moment. With this setup in mind, we can explore some theories about exactly how it might unfold when his parents find out. The first theory about how Miles' parents might discover his identity as Spider-Man involves them learning it on their own, without him directly telling them. This could happen during an intense battle, such as a major confrontation with the Spot, where Miles ends up with his mask torn off or completely removed while fighting. His parents could be nearby at the scene, witnessing the action firsthand, or the entire event might get broadcast live on television, allowing them to see and recognize their son as the Spider-Man in the footage. This kind of accidental reveal carries some intrigue because it adds drama through surprise and chaos, yet it might feel less emotionally powerful compared to a deliberate choice by Miles, since they stumble upon the truth rather than having it shared intentionally. Variations of this could include Miles battling another villain in a public setting where his identity becomes unavoidably clear to them, but overall, this passive discovery may not deliver the same depth of impact. A more preferable scenario, in my view, would be Miles choosing to reveal his secret himself, building on the film's earlier build-up. One strong possibility is toward the end of Beyond the Spider-Verse, after Miles and Gwen finally share their romantic moment and officially start dating. At that point, Miles' parents still have no idea that Gwen is Spider-Woman. They don't even know her real name, believing it to be Gwanda from their limited interactions. It would create a memorable and heartfelt scene if right after confirming their relationship, Miles unmasks himself to show his parents he is Spider-Man, while Gwen simultaneously reveals she is Spider-Woman, disclosing her true identity and the full story behind their connection. This dual reveal would tie together their personal growth, strengthen their bond, and provide closure to Miles' long-held fears about honesty with his family. This approach aligns perfectly with the series' strong emphasis on family dynamics and relationships, which run as a central theme throughout the Spider-Verse films. When considering the logical paths forward, there are essentially three main ways Miles' parents could find out he is Spider-Man. The first is through someone else telling them directly, the second is them piecing it together themselves through observation or circumstance, and the third is Miles taking the initiative to show them personally. While I favor the third option for its emotional weight and character development, any of these could play out effectively. Regardless of the method, it seems almost certain that in Beyond the Spider-Verse, his parents will learn the truth about him being Spider-Man, and they will ultimately offer their support, much like how Gwen's father came to embrace her identity after initial resistance.